Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Darksiders 2. I wanted to start here on the menu, and by the way, please subscribe and click that notification bell. Just to show that there's no audio playing. Now, arguably, I may have screwed up the audio completely on this series and you're barely hearing any audio anyways. Apologies if that is the case, but I'm not willing to mess with it anymore. The audio plays, like, hear all these sounds? It plays in the background for a while and then it stops. But then it just stopped immediately when I paused again. So that's a weird system. It doesn't really relate to anything or do anything. Apparently this guy's gonna train me and not attack me. We've got some ghosts and he's just gonna talk to me.
Well, Horseman, I've beaten death once, and I can do it again.
Did this guy really beat death?
Have met the Chancellor.
Who's the Chancellor?
For ages, his tongue has dripped venom into the dead king's ears.
Now,
All but sits upon the eternal throne, demanding service.
so I'm gonna go kill the Chancellor. Notice that Death didn't actually say anything in that dialogue, so they didn't record that line, and that didn't play at all. Like, what just happened there? And you can't get those lines of dialogue back. Huh. So is our audio screwed up again? Are we gonna start hearing, like, he's not making any sounds when I buy things? So I just purchased all of the abilities. I had 100,000, I'm now down to 17,000.
In the flesh.
So I've got some more abilities that will, I assume, work here. And the audio is broken. So if the audio is broken, it's always a little weird that the audio is broken too, because it means your other systems might be broken too. So, like, we can definitely tell the slashing sounds, the audio engine that they put in this definitive edition is not working. It's playing some sound effects and some tracks and failing to play others. And it seems I may have narrowed it down to the pausing, that it just crashes in the pause mode more than anything else. Looking around to see if there's any other collectibles. Lord of the Bones. Go speak to the Lord of the Bones. I'm not gonna do that. However, and see, we can hear another audio track just crashed. It seems like it wants us to go this way. Alright, well, apologies, save, quit game, yes, and we'll just need to quit out completely and relaunch it. This doesn't fix it. So exit to desktop, come back to the library on Steam. This will tell us how long I've left this game running. 201 hours now. This will be a nice opportunity for you to see the logos that are unskippable in this game, too. Let's see. We have Nordic Games, now THQ Nordic, eventually probably just THQ. Nordic Games, kind of a spin-off of THQ when it went bankrupt, and is now buying back nearly everything. You have the defunct Vigil Games company logo, and you have the people that I imagine are the team actually behind this PC port, Gunfire Games. I don't believe they were involved in the thing, in the original development. And then you have a bunch of logos for different technologies what you're using.
This has been the journey so far.
What's the recap gonna be?
The tree was cleared of corruption, but there were still ghosts that would be heard. Absalom, will you ride once more?
So the thing here is you never get to actually see those load screens unless you're careful, and exit out and load all the time. So that leaves you
The pale rider in the flesh.
and I can't sell anything to that guy, unfortunately. Yeah, particularly for the definitive edition, it would have been nice if you could have gone around and seen each of the load screens up to a certain point that you've unlocked, and use that knowledge to see more of a recap.
Impossible. I cannot.
Let's see, we're just breaking things, trying to get gold, because we spent all of our gold just now. Our gold drop, whatever you call it, is probably going to be pretty high and pretty rewarding. Maybe not that high though. Seems like it's barely a couple thousand for the effort of running around. And let's see. They're giving us another serpent message area and a lot of like tombstones. I don't really get the tombstone thing. Like I really don't understand what kind of underworld this is supposed to be. Let's see. Do we have any new messages? No. Will we ever have any new messages at all? Probably not. Sounds like somebody else is making sound. And fighting. I guess that's probably them up there doing that. There's these little barrels that sometimes have gold in them, and we can look around and like I don't think there's really gonna be anything back behind this. And I don't think there's gonna be a power stone. So that was just kind of inopportunely hidden. You're definitely getting the feeling that this is your new Tri-Stone location, but I need to find somebody willing to sell me things.
No one disturbs the Lord of Bones without say of his Chancellor.
We're gonna take on the Chancellor.
A rider in the kingdom of the dead? No, this will never do.
So this is the Chancellor?
I must speak with the Lord of Bones.
That is not possible.
See, this guy looks like a ghost,
A burden beyond even your ken, Horseman.
so I don't think I can just kill him.
The doorstop.
There is but one way to draw him from his slumber. The Gilded Arena. Here mortals are offered a last chance to earn freedom from the grave. A boon that includes an audience with the king. Defeat the arena's champion and return here with its skull. His Majesty will grant you an audience.
So it's sending me on a quest.
Fret not, Horseman. We have already arrived.
Let's see. Let's ask about Echidna.
What does Echidna have to do with your kingdom? Last I heard, she had one of her own.
The Shadow Realm is a lake, yes, where the sisters sightless spin their webs. Many of my lord's foes escaped there when his rule was still young. We hunted them down. Echidna herself barely escaped. Perhaps she took shelter here, and yet weaves her evil.
Our goal.
The king is not the first to rule here, is he, Chancellor?
There was another, a creature called Argul, too mad to be kept upon the throne. I helped my lord be rid of him, and even destroyed a few of his servants. Tisk, tisk, what would my lord do without me?
Let's do this conversation, I guess.
Let me speak to the Lord of Bones, and I will spare your champion, and perhaps you as well, Chancellor.
You cannot slay that which is already dead.
Why do I have this flaming gauntlet?
In the arena.
Like,
Forget what I said about sparing you, doorkeeper.
like, I must have equipped this flaming gauntlet and not even seen it.
Tell me about the king of the dead.
His reign is eternal. His word is law. And his time is invaluable. I ensure that he need only speak with those who are worthy.
So looking at this Chancellor and looking at the animation style,
Should
like,
anything happen,
it feels
I'm not sure if I could live with myself.
it feels a lot like this is closer to the first game than what we've seen in the Forge Lands. Forge Lands, very much World of Warcraft. This feels like Darksiders. Let's see. We leveled up now. Well, no, we didn't level up, but we got a skill point regardless, which makes me start to wonder, am I just getting skill points for some quests regardless in the Definitive Edition? Maybe I am, and maybe I shouldn't complain about that. So we had to climb up quite a bit, and because the audio messed up, we missed out on one conversation, which, like, might have been an important piece of information, but I doubt it. And we were doing things like this very early on in Darksiders 1. It's kind of strange to be this far into the game, 13 hours into the game, and have not really done this before. Maybe I did it once. I've really got to look at this weapon that I have equipped. This brace. This gauntlet. Like, this is the same gauntlet I've been wearing for a while, so why am I just now feeling like it's glowing? Maybe because I unlocked some kind of move or ability. Where are we on the map, by the way? We're at the Gilded Arena, which is weird because we were at the Serpent's Pass before. We missed a chest, which is probably fine. There's not too many other areas. We've been everywhere, it's just we need to move the main story forward. And it's a little interesting that in this Gilded Arena, like, I really like this. It's a shame that the scale is a little bit off. Like when I'm back here, if I could get a nice image of these giant creatures fighting each other, that'd be really cool if we ended up fighting these two people, these two dragons, but I bet we don't. I bet it's all just a set piece. I bet it's all decoration. It's a nice decoration though. Again, doesn't feel like World of Warcraft. I don't think you would see this. Maybe there is some Lord of Realm of the Dead in World of Warcraft that I'm not aware of, but I don't think there actually is. This is one of those games also that would not be appreciated in China because they ban the depictions of skeletons and they really don't like them, from what best I can tell. So we have, here's the shopkeeper. We already sold a lot of stuff, so there's only a few things we can sell more of.
I have wares aplenty. You have coins to spare. How did you get here? A merchant knows many roads. Not all of them are shared with horsemen.
I want to know why he has all these gems of souls on him. Is he trading in souls?
To your heart's content.
Alright. So we can sell this for 6,000, and we can sell this, and we can sell this, and probably should hold on to the health potion for now. And over here we can't sell the stone of merchants, but we can sell these relics. So this relic of Kargoth, we're at 45,251. We sell this. This is the guy to sell it to. We get 1 skill point. That's not too bad. So what do we get when we sell these? 6,000 gilt for 2 of them. And I don't think I can sell anything else. Yeah, you can't even sell the other things. Alright. So then that just leaves us with the question, at 51,000, what can we buy? I imagine we can't buy something possessed. It seems like you can only buy up to purple. So the scythes don't make sense. I imagine that is also true with the hammers, or secondary. I guess they always are either big axes or hammers. So this would increase my guilt, but it would reduce my experience, so I'm not going to get that. Let's go down to the bottom and see if we could increase our experience and or do something else. I think we might be tapping out on experience. That there literally is no higher number that we're allowed to get. I'm not seeing anything here that is increasing everything. Like these bindings of thorns would increase everything except for experience. This one would increase experience but reduce strength, so this is something we could buy. And it doesn't look like we have much else we can buy anyways, unless we find a really expensive totem. Let's see. This doesn't increase experience. 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 Nope. 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 And that's just the same amount of experience, but no increase in guilt. So there's only one thing to even get. It's just this, which I guess that's fine. That leaves us in a good position to not have to purchase anything else. We can save our money. I kind of wonder if the names mean more than I've been paying attention, because I haven't been looking at whether it's Slayer bindings or Sorcerer gun gloves. But maybe these names mean something, and maybe what I have equipped would explain that. We can get more gold to drop, but had we chosen to get more gold, it would have not helped us. We can definitely see that's the case, or at least the game is now balancing it so that that's the case, because we had just one thing that we could increase. Up that experience, and that puts us at experience 30%, guilt 27%. And I wouldn't be surprised if that's kind of the maximum. Let's see. We still are 2 levels away, and the only thing that gives us... So we have a possessed double scythe and a possessed hammer. And then the one we're going to replace the hammer with is the Mace Maximus. We're using a Slayer Pauldron that gives us experience and defense. We're using a Slayer Harness that gives us experience and defense. We're using a Slayer Bindings that gives us defense, strength, and experience, and guilt. And we are using the Slayer Sabatons, level 15 instead of level 12, which gives us experience, defense, and critical damage. And then we have the Sorcerer's Talisman to give us more experience. We also have yet another point to put into things. One more skill point into this, and then I'm going to start going up through this necromancy and just try to get everything I can get here. Well, here's a question. No reaction. That would have been funny if it swooped down and ate me. Summon the arena's champion. It doesn't seem like we're gonna have to do a whole fight here against a group of enemies. That might be nice. That would be a slight speeding up of the process instead of a full arena type battle. And I may have close to 2/3 of all the stones collected before I ever get back to Oran and sell those stones. How these stones got placed in the underworld is questionable, certainly. It's pretty repetitive to have the game set up this way. Wait, like, have we been in this? Like, we haven't been in the Gilded Arena. We were in the lair of the deposed king. And this is a door that's being powered by a laser. Lanterns can be interacted with to unlock the door. Alright. So it looks like this is a dungeon, and it looks like there will be things to do. Typically, going right is a side quest before going left or going forward in old school adventure games, so RPG fantasy games. So by going down and going right, I'm assuming that I'm opting to do something different. But I could be wrong. Seems like I may very well have just wandered to... Let's see. Like, I can't open this door? So am I going the right direction, or am I going the wrong direction? Dust says I'm going the wrong direction, if I was to really pay attention to him. Let's just walk out. You don't really run into a lot of loading, so seems like you're pretty cool with doing this. Now the question is, where am I? Well, I guess I exited. But I guess I also opened the door. This whole section sure seems like there would be a collectible or something. This is the bridge that the flying ship is connected to. And I guess we may just leave through this doorway later, so... Alright, well, I unlocked the door. That's a good thing. That gives us a faster way to move. Although slightly confusing since this game has fast travel. Yeah. Part of the problem with this game is I personally don't have the capability to unlearn everything I've learned from playing so many other games. And so when you have a game that is laid out awkwardly, it's not following the expected patterns, if it just doesn't feel familiar, you do a lot of what I just did. You walk the wrong direction that then causes you to waste your time. And I can try and put a smiley face on it and say, well, at least I unlocked the door. And I can try and do that, but in all honesty, why is this door not unlocked? Well, it just didn't work the first time. Alright. That certainly doesn't improve things. Is there any reason? There is, so let's just go ahead and jump down here. Doesn't seem like there's gonna be any creatures or anything down here though. What happened to those spider characters and those little demons? Like, why aren't they crawling down in this pit? Why isn't there at least one skeleton in this area? Give me something to do. Yeah, when we get to these sections that are designed to just be platforming and puzzling, they totally forget about the idea that this game has fighting in it. Which then makes me wonder, was there 3 or 4 different teams making this game? Like, one team making the first half, one team making the second half, one team within this, each of those teams making fight sections, and one team within each of those teams making platforming sections, and were none of them really communicating at all. And I keep doing this every time 30 minutes has happened. It's right when you start a cutscene.
But what does he seek? Absolution from death. No. This one yet lives.
So these are just like skeletons. Giant skeleton statues.
Here to defeat your champion.
And so all challengers boast, but most leave in torment. Their souls burn from existence, and our champion all the stronger.
Enough. Bring out your champion.
There is power in this one, power enough to do.
Looking at his spine is pretty gross. Looking at his chest is pretty gross.
There's no cur to be summoned at will. You must draw him forth. This altar holds his power. The souls of all his slain consume. 3 animus stones must be placed there.
Seriously?
And our champion will arrive.
So while this game is probably, it's necessary to do all these fetch quests in the middle of all of the story, it's really, really ridiculous that Death himself isn't complaining about this. Is like, why not write Death as this befuddled, irritated character who is always getting forced into doing these fetch quests? He should be angry at this. He should be more like War. He should have a fire and a reason. And it's really, really ridiculous when they assume that their champion is just going to kill me for them to make me go and get stones in the first place. It's so video gamey, so obvious. Meanwhile, we got a couple more pieces of things, just out of, I guess, randomness. We are another 30 minutes in. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on social media, there's a bunch of links down below. If you want to support me even further, gift me a game on Steam. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.